Now, the Knight of Pentacles, this card is all about receiving attention, sharing emotions, you know, giving comfort, but it's also about doing those things for ourselves. So you are not, they're saying, you're not focused on love at this time. Rather, you are focused on yourself, because you see she's holding this heart, but she's looking back toward this Knight of Pentacles. She's not looking toward the heart. She's not looking toward love. You are focused on yourself. You are focused on healing yourself. You're focused on recovering, they're saying. If you look at this card, you see that she's looking worn out, worn down. Even the horse is looking worn down. So you have been through this battle. You've been through this very difficult situation that is not related to love. And you're feeling kind of worn down, beat down. You're just worn out. And you are now just taking care of yourself. You're not really caring about love. You're not really caring about anything else. You're just trying to recover. Now, it's interesting because they're saying you're not in a relationship, but you have engagement. Okay. So we have birds, then we have the key, and we have the magnifying glass. As you know, Normans are always read together. They give us a message together. Now, okay. So the key is, you know, it's the key. It's the solution. It's that notable person. It's that person that frees someone, frees something, sets them free. So birds, this is also a committed couple. So, okay. What they're saying, the angels are saying that you're not in a relationship. You've not been in a relationship. You've been focused on this battle, this thing that you've been going through. This is a month that is going to change. So this person that's coming into your life, it is someone from the past. They're saying twin flame. Okay. So for some of you, this is your twin flame. For some, this is your twin soul. And for others, it is a divine love. It is somebody that you have a very strong connection with. That's funny. They're like jumping, they keep saying twin flame, twin flame. So a lot of you, for a number of you, this is actually your twin flame that's coming back. They're saying that there's some dynamics with that they're going to explain later on. Okay. But you're not getting engaged this month. I don't know, maybe some of you are just going to show up with a rock. But you are the divine feminine. Now do keep in mind as we're going through this reading, when it comes to twin flames or twin souls, there's always a divine masculine, there's always a divine feminine. Now what body they're in, that can change. You can have a divine feminine and a masculine body. You can have a divine masculine and a feminine body. But to keep things straight, you are the divine feminine. He's the divine masculine. So, I'm not saying he's going to show up with rock, but you have this love. You have this connection with him. It's never gone anywhere. But it's actually, you're going to actually come into union. You're actually going to progress forward. Now, it's interesting when you look at these graphics, she's kind of staring forward like, oh, I was just sitting here doing my cross stitching. Oh, now he's in here. Where did this come from? She's got the same look as her. Like, I'm worn out. I wasn't expecting this. She's still worn out from what she's gone through. Didn't expect this to come in, but he's going to be coming in. He's going to be coming in with it being an open book, they're saying. That's what's going to kick your relationship off. Because the thing is, what's happening right now, what's going to cause this to happen? He's been in this relationship. He's been coupled. He's about to break free from that. They're saying you're the key. You are the notable person, because they are realizing, they're taking a look that the one they thought was the one is not the one. In fact, it's you. Magnifying glass can also be, going back to do something, that you overlooked in the past. They overlooked you in the past. They did not think you were the one in the past. Now they've had a change of heart. They've had a realization. They've had this epiphany, this aha. They get it now. But meanwhile, you're just in your own world. I'm just sitting here doing me. I'm just trying to recover through the hell I've been through. And he pops. So you should probably get ready with Scorpios. If you're not. Okay. Oh, and they're saying put your stinger away. Don't Don't lash out when the conversation begins. So this is how you see this connection. You have this Ten of Wands, enchanting gifts, the thinking woman, and children. At the bottom of the card, children, it says your love life is being affected by children. Now, this card is all about, there's this important task, knocking at your door. There's this important decision, choice that you have to make. This card also speaks about, a profound and miraculous healing. For you, they're also saying this means you need to open up to this. So you have gone through some tremendous healing in all areas, but you have had to heal from this relationship because of the past. So in the past, you felt, see this cat's smacking at some yarn. In the past, you have felt like they were playing with you. You felt they were playing games with you. You also felt that things were not balanced. You were giving more than they were giving to the relationship. You're saying for a number of you weren't even in an official relationship. You were like dating, but you still didn't feel that they were making any effort. You were just felt like, okay, they're giving it a half-hearted attempt. And for some of you, there's also something that has had to be healed with a child or children that you have with him. Or a child you lost together. I'm sorry for losing a child. But you've had this stuff that you've had to heal from the past from him. And you've also had other things that you've been healing. Again, you're coming out of this hellacious battle. You're in a phase of healing, recovering. You've been put through the gamut, Scorpios. But you are the phoenix. You go through this terrible stuff, death, and you have rebirth. You're rebirthing now, Scorpios. But you have had a lot that you've had to heal. And so now you are at this point where you have finished healing all those things, and you are now contemplating moving in a new direction, moving away from them, no longer waiting for them. And it's not that you were waiting for them because you've been so busy with this other thing that you were doing and dealing with, but you're finished with that now. That's concluded. So now you're wanting to move forward in life. You're wanting to have children. You're wanting to have a family. You desire these things. You want these things. And now you're evaluating and looking, you're like, well, he wasn't giving me that. He still doesn't appear to be giving me anything because he's giving it to somebody else. So it's time for me to move forward with someone who can give me those things, someone I can have that with. And you are contemplating doing that at this point because you are ready for that. And they're saying that you are open. Your heart is open. You are open and ready for that. Your heart is also open for them. They're saying your heart is open because you have healed. You still would like those things, but they're saying you're starting to be logical. You're looking at things now logically. Because a lot of times twin flames, things in our mind, we're not physically seeing it. So in your mind, in your heart, you feel this connection, but you're like, I'm not physically seeing a damn thing. I've got to be logical. I've got to make a logical decision. These cards are, this is what you desire. This is the outcome you desire with them in February. You have the Knave of Swords. You have Yin Yang, you have Treasure Island, and you have Soulmate. And at the bottom it says, yes, this is your soulmate. Now this card, this is about, being protected, but being protected by our intelligence and our words. You are highly intelligent. Some of you might be writers. You're very good at expressing yourself. So the thing is, what you desire in February, you want the truth. You want them to communicate with you. You want them to express their soul. You want them to share the information with you. You know that the number of you know that they're your other half. You know that you're twin flames. You know that you're twin souls. For those of you in divine relationship, you know that you have this divine connection with them. You know they're your soulmate. You know they're the one. You know that they're the treasure. You know that. But you're at this point of logic where you're trying to make a decision. And you'll be making a decision because you need them to, this card's also about opening up, communicating. It's, opening your heart up. So you're at this point of making this decision. The treasure, this is also about discovery. So you want them to share the truth. You want to know why. Why did they behave in the way they did? Why did they treat you the way that they did? Why did they do those things? You also want to know how they feel. Did they never feel any of this? Did they not feel the connection? Why could they behave in such a heartless manner? Because the only thing that's going to bring the two of you to this state, and all three of the four cards are beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. What's going to bring this all together instantaneously is them communicating. Them communicating with you is in fact the thing that is going to bridge the gap between the two of you. It is going to bring the two of you together. It's going to have the two of you fully opening your hearts, fully opening up your emotions, fully delving into getting to know each other again, rediscovering each other. And for some of you, even discovering each other, because you really didn't have that much time together. Because this connection is so deep with your souls. They're saying it's eternal. And all it takes is some communication. And that's what you want. You want that communication in February. You don't really want to move on. But you do want them, and you need them to communicate. Now, as far as what is going on with them. Ooh, that's ugly. So we have 7 of Swords, 10 of Swords, victory, free yourself. And at the bottom it says it's time to take back control of your life. Now, the 7 of Swords. This is about, freeing yourself from burdens and abandoning. Okay, so this is abandoning someone. It can also be abandoning something. They're saying abandoning someone without any regrets. And then you've got this 10 of Swords, and that's, feeling like all is lost, like you are at rock bottom. You are empty. You are filled with pain. But you see, she's laying on the ground, so she's looking up at the sunny sky. So even though being at rock bottom, you can see the rebirth. You can see the light. The victory card, this card can be deceiving. To look at, you're like, oh, this is so beautiful, and none of this is beautiful. So this card actually, it has a number of different meanings. Obviously, there is the meaning victory, success, but it's also indicative of having success because you have successfully gone inward. You've done some reflection. You've done some internal evaluation. You've done some internal healing. So he has gone through hell himself, although he's gone through it in a relationship. He has been in a very toxic, volatile, and even it could be abusive, verbally abusive relationship that has been filled with pain, has been filled with deceit. But he has taken the time to do some healing. He's done internal healing. He's done evaluation. He's actually been able to see the truth of the situation. And he's come to the realization, and he has made the decision, hence he's had this successful healing, that he is ready to free himself from this. He's ready to take back his power. He's ready to leave this person without feeling any guilt or shame or remorse or regrets, because they're now ready to get on to their destined path in love. They know that this is not their destined path. They know that this is very bad for them. They want to, I want to get off of it. Okay. They were telling me to look at the graphics of this card. Now, I don't know if you can see that. You see how these plants, this one looks like a plant, but over here it just looks like spots. So it looks like blood. So it's been like a downright battle, bloody, beat down battle with this person, this relationship. The thing they wanted me to see is, I've never noticed before, there's an A and a D. Could be the first initials of theirs. And then this looks like a rope. They're likening it to a snake. They're pointing out this belt around, which you would think would be, I've never noticed before that it's not this beautiful unicorn. It looks kind of like a goat. That's what they're saying. He's been deceived. He was pulled into this relationship with this person. Their initials could be A and D. DNA, whatever. But the person was a snake. The person was deceptive. The person was lying. The person was selling themselves as though they were this beautiful, magical unicorn. I'm your soulmate. I'm your other half. This is amazing. We're meant to be. They were lying to him. They were deceiving him. They were tricking him. They were trying to trap him. They were trying to ensnare him, enslave him, I'm hearing as well. They made him feel as though he had a noose around his neck. He could not get out. He could not escape this. They were a slithery, slimy snake. But he's healed. He's now ready for rebirth. He's ready to get out of this. And he's ready to do it with 0 regrets. And they're saying that he is doing that in February. Now for some, there are legal matters. Like it could be a divvying up of assets. Maybe they own property together. Maybe they, have a business together. But for some, won't be officially over until late summer or fall because of legal matters. Again, divvying things up. But he's done this month, they're saying. Have to keep in mind with timing, that can vary. Plus, we have free will. If they're dilly-dallying and they don't jump and have the courage to take the action steps that they need to do, that can vary. But they're saying they don't really want to keep themselves in that prison any longer. They're ready. Now, as far as how they see the connection with you, because again, it is a connection. The two of you are not together. You have the card Justice. You have the 3 of Swords. Action, clean it up, trust. And at the bottom of trust, it says the situation is calling for you to have faith. Now, this Justice card, this is all about, there isn't a right or wrong. Rather, there is actions and consequences. They deeply hurt you in the past. They know that they hurt you deeply. They know that their actions hurt you deeply. What? Okay. Let me see if I can reach the book. They want me to read the book for you for this 3 of Swords card. Okay. 3 of Swords. This one. When pain beats down on your own helpless vulnerability, it is as if a lightning bolt has fallen on a delicate plant. Only the offering of your beating and sincere heart, no matter how much it may hurt, can placate its destructive fury. They want to make it up to you. They want to repair this. Because you see in this card, the swords aren't actually in her chest. Because you've healed. You've pulled them out. But they want to heal it. They want to make it right. They want to clean this mess up. They want to fix it. They want to fix it fast. They're wanting to take action. The thing is that they're hesitating because they are not sure if you will trust them ever again. They are not sure if you are going to allow them in. They feel the consequences of their actions are too much to overcome, but they do have, the angels are saying, they do have a mustard seed of faith remaining, and that's all it takes. All it takes is their mustard seed of faith. So they need to act on their faith, and they want to do that. Now, the outcome that they desire with you in February, you're mirroring each other. Okay, that's a beautiful thing. It's good. It's good to have you mirroring each other versus wanting opposite things. This is good. It means you can resolve this. Okay, so you have 6 of Wands, 6 of Swords, this woman holding a coin, truth be told, chemistry. At the bottom of chemistry, it says there's a strong magnetic attraction here. Now, this card's about being, guided by beauty and adolescence. This is, going down a journey, but a journey that's like unavoidable. So what they're saying is he was stuck in this relationship with someone. It was a relationship with someone. It could have been founded on sexual natures, sexual desires, like adolescent desires. So for some, it's a relationship that he got into when he was younger. He was in his adolescent, unwise years when he first started the relationship with her. For others, it was just a foolish decision. There was a decision to jump into this relationship, and it was made foolishly. But he was stuck in this. Stuck in this relationship. And he felt stuck because she held the purse string. She held the money. Or for some of them, it was because her intent was money. Now, for some, it could be she's an earth sign, so she could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. But there was a money factor. The reason that he was stuck and bound to her, there's a money component to that. And he felt stuck. He felt as though it was unavoidable. He felt that he could not escape. He felt trapped. He felt tricked. He felt caged. Because you see this window opening is kind of like a cage. There was, for some, a codependency element. Which figures, sometimes in marriages, people will hold on because they're fearful they can't make it on their own financially. So for some, she was making him believe that she couldn't do it without him. She had to have him. A codependency thing. But he felt stuck. He felt trapped. In February, he wants to share that truth with you. He wants to share that information with you. He wants to let you know. He wants the storm to end. So, what they're pointing out in this card, you see how they're sitting here and there's this big downpour behind them? So you've been going through this emotional storm, this heartache, heartbreak. In February, he wants to come in your direction. He wants to take off the mask. He's wearing a mask. He's not been honest. He's not been truthful. He has not shared with you how he feels. You notice there's all these hearts coming out here? He has not shared with you how he feels, how he cares for you, how he has a deep love for you. He's not shared that with you. He's kept that to himself. So in February, he wants to share with you how he feels. He also wants to share with you the truth about this whole relationship. This prison, they're saying this prison that he was in, this hellacious prison that he was in. He wants to share that with you. You see in his hand, he's got this like white globe floating above his hand, and she's kind of like pointing at it like, oh. It's because he wants her to see this. He wants to illuminate the truth for her. He wants to share with her, okay, the storm's behind us, baby. You see, he's got his arm around her. You're safe. I love you. The storm is behind us. We're moving forward. Here's what happened. Here's why I had to go in that direction.